Hello, hello. It's me again this week. Are y'all tired of seeing my face? Of course not. I'm Latasia Wright, the owner of LT Wellness, and I'm hopping on here really quick because yesterday I gave you a little insight and shared my testimony of where I am in my life and how I'm progressing and how I'm seeing things in the future. And there was a part of my talk where I talked about being stuck. So I'm hopping on here to give you a little tip of how to be unstuck, how to get past a challenge, how to move past something that you feel like you just can't move past, a challenge that just seems to keep reoccurring or you just can't seem to overcome. But first and foremost, I want to say thank you to all of the people that took time out to jump on my Facebook wall, send me a message, write me a message, or say something personal or post something on their own wall. Send me text, phone calls. I really appreciate you guys showing me some love on my birthday. It made me feel special. It was a great day. Spent it with Mama Lonnie. Had lunch with a friend. It was a great day. So again, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for thinking of me on my birthday. So again, if you're just hopping on, I'm going to share a quick tip of how to get unstuck. I talked about being at a place in my life where I was completely stuck and couldn't seem to get past that bad place in my life. And I think most of us experience different challenges in life, and sometimes challenges bigger than others where we feel like we can't seem to get past that certain challenge. And I got a tip that seems pretty simple, but if you do the work and you're being honest with yourself, it can help. I found that this helps me. So I'm not a big journaler, but I feel like writing things out helps. So that's why I called it a journaling exercise. So 4 things that I think you should do when you have a challenge. Identify the challenge. What is the challenge you're dealing with? And then ask yourself why. Why do I struggle with this challenge? Why can't I get past it? And then be honest with yourself. Be honest. And then 4 is dig a little deeper. So let's go a little bit deeper into those 4 steps. So when you identify a challenge, you ask yourself why. A lot of times you're going to give yourself surface answers, but begin to write these things down. Like, don't just say it in your head, because that's where things get lost. Your subconscious and your conscious mind cannot differentiate between what is real. And so what we tell ourselves, oh, it's hard, it's hard, it's hard, it's hard. Lots of things are challenging, but it isn't the reason why we aren't succeeding at something that we're trying to overcome. So I'll give you an example. So if your challenge is, say, losing weight or meal prepping, whatever it may be, we're going to go with losing weight. This is my challenge. I can't seem to lose weight. I just cannot get past that point. I never lose weight. It never works. These are the stories. Go ahead and identify that these are stories that you're telling yourself, because you can. You just haven't found out how or why you're not doing it. So then when you say, I can't lose weight, why can't you lose weight? You may write something down. I don't know. Every time I try, I fail. It never seems to work. I have, it just doesn't happen. Those are excuses. So that's not being honest with yourself. What's really happening? Why isn't it working? You just keep asking yourself why. Why am I not losing the weight? What have I done in the past that hasn't worked? Okay, 2 weeks I try to eat and then I get on the scale. It doesn't work. So I get upset and I eat food. Well, you didn't keep going. You didn't give yourself a chance to do it. So why did you do that? I get discouraged easily. So what happens if you keep going? If it's something like you put down, I don't have time to meal prep. Well, when are you trying to meal prep? On a Wednesday in the middle of my week when it's hardest, what will you try on Sunday? Well, Sunday's too hard. I don't feel like it either. So you keep making excuses. So ask yourself, really, why do you keep making excuses, and why you really aren't committing to the time commitment to change and meal prep and not go out to eat? Well, it's easier to go out to eat, all of this. If you dig a little deeper, and this is where that honest part comes in, if you ask yourself really why you're avoiding, why are you making these excuses, you might come up with something like, I really don't think it can happen for me. I really don't think it can work. I've tried for so long, I never will lose the weight. And if you start to journal a little bit more and think about what you've done in the past and why it hasn't worked, you might figure out, well, I've never been consistent along. I get discouraged real easily. I may lose only 5 pounds and I think that's enough. And then I start eating again. So that's where that honesty part comes in. And the digging deeper is, if you really feel like you're not going to achieve it, then you never really commit to it. Or if it's really uncomfortable for you, you avoid it. Are these the things that are happening to you? This is where you write this out and you ask yourself questions about what you write, and you keep digging deeper. I'll even share something about myself that this technique worked for me. And I'm going to say it again because I see new people jumping on. When you have a challenge you can't get past, 4 things I think you should do. Actually writing it down so you read it and be honest with yourself. But ask yourself what the challenge is. Write that challenge down. Ask yourself, why are you struggling with it? Why can't you get past it? And then you're going to keep asking yourself why. about the things you write down, but be honest and dig deeper. So for me, I came to a point where it was like, why can't I save enough money? I feel like I just can't ever get to that number that I'm trying to get to in my savings account. I don't save enough money. Money seems to always be a struggle for me. Why? And then I start writing down. Well, my jobs are inconsistent. They change quickly, so my paychecks are always up and down. So it makes it difficult to really count on my income. Okay, but why are you still not saving enough money? Because you're still bringing money in. I had to go through it a couple times because I could only get past the point of the excuse of what I was seeing and what was happening. And as I digged a little deeper, it was like, okay, you may have a change in your income, but then you continue to go along with your plan to spend money on X, Y, Z, or have fun in this place, or spend money on food, X, Y, and Z. Why do you do that? Why do you spend the money when you know it's all of a sudden your budget's gotten tighter, but it's, you go ahead with your plan? Well, I really don't want to miss out. That sounds really sucky to say and immature, but you write that down and you read it and you're like, but it's true, it's honest. I don't want to miss out. If I want to go have a meal, the week was hard, I want to go and reward myself. You kind of get down to the deeper issue that you're spoiled. You used to get in your way. You want to do what you want to do. So even though you know your budget has shrunk a little bit for this pay period, or maybe this month or this time period in your life, you go ahead with living your life and your lifestyle the way that you use or how you want to use it, but you're not committing to sacrificing pretty much. So I had to come to the conclusion with my finances are not where I want them to be because I'm not sacrificing enough. That was the honest truth. The digging deeper was, I'm spoiled. I want what I want when I want it. And in spite of the circumstances, I go ahead with my plan. So if you have a hard time doing that, you probably have a hard time being honest with yourself, or you're checked out. But I feel like if you journal it down and not afraid to be honest with yourself, it'll help you dig a little bit deeper. So that's just my little tip for the day. I hope you live well. Hope it helped. If it does, let me know. If you tried it out and you find some success, send me a message, or maybe send your tips of what you do to kind of talk yourself off the ledge and why your challenge is so hard. But most of the time challenges aren't that hard. You just haven't learned a lesson. You haven't created the habit to overcome it. So I hope that helped you. My name is LaTasia Wright, owner of LT Wellness, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday.